Hey guys, Brulee here. This isn't going to be a normal video. I'm not sure what gameplay I'm going to put over this. Maybe Killing Floor, maybe Team Fortress 2. I don't know. But this is going to be a response video to Mr. Shabang, or the Mr. Shabang. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, I've followed him for a while, and literally like 20 minutes ago, I saw this video that he put out basically asking his subscribers for advice, and he has this complicated situation, and if somehow you're watching this video without seeing his, I'm not even sure how that's possible, but just in case, I'll link his video, but also give you just a short description of his problem. Basically, he's coming to a crossroads in a sense where he's not sure about the pursuit of his career or his career choice, whatever you want to call it, is right for him, because he says he has a lot of pressure from his dad, who was sent out to be a dentist or some form of doctor, and he basically didn't follow through on his school, on his dentistry school or medical school. I'm not sure which one dentists go to, if there is a separation. But basically his dad didn't become a dentist, and he tried to become a business owner of some sort, and he's made some bad deals in the past, and actually led to their house being foreclosed once. And really quickly, I know I'm getting sidetracked, but I actually know I had to research a lot about this the past year, about the economic crisis a few years ago, and I know it's incredibly just off topic, but for your dad, Mr. Shabang, even though he's probably not going to watch this, it's not really his fault. Millions, thousands, maybe millions, I don't know exact figures, but this foreclosure thing happened to hundreds of thousands of people at least, and it really wasn't the fault of them. It was just that they were sucked into this unbelievable deal. And I don't know the specifics around this foreclosure. It could be something completely off topic from this. But if it is from this whole thing a few years ago with the market collapse, it's not really his fault. It's just basically a bunch of people just being manipulated by mortgage banks. Actually, I might make that in a video explain that. I don't know. Getting back on topic. Anyways, there's the whole pressure of his dad not being able to achieve his goals, which put pressure on Shabang, or I think his name is Brandon, so Brandon then, into becoming some form of doctor or some sort of equal successful career, like a doctor, I guess. And right now he explained that he wasn't doing so well in school, and right now he's in college and he's trying to get straight A's, and so far he's been successful. He's been taking all those major sciences like chemistry and biology, or I don't know what doctor classes, but he's saying that even though he's doing really well in them, he's not really interested in them. He's not engaged in them. Were his words. From what I take about it, he's not really enjoying the classes. And I've actually last quarter, or sorry, before I get onto this, sorry, I know it's improper, but he also says that another worry of his is that he wants to be happy, but to feel like that, he feels like he has to have a job with a stable, high-paying salary, which also stems back to the issue of his dad, how he wasn't able to achieve that because he did drop out dentistry school for whatever reason. He didn't really explain too much, but yeah, that's where that's from. But we actually did learn a bit about happiness and money last quarter in English and business class. Kind of touched on both of those topics. Basically, my advice to you is that if you're not, if you don't want to be a doctor, because you use the phrase "I want this," from what I'm getting from it, you're not really passionate about being a doctor. It's not a bad thing, it's just that it's not for you. And it seems like this career choice that you're trying to achieve is, from what you said, from what you said, is it's more that you want to please your family or your friends or whoever is putting all this pressure on you, rather than try to make yourself happy. And all that's very noble and very selfless. I don't recommend that at all. I actually have a somewhat personal example of this, and people who do know me that watch this, I either talk to them about this issue or like know about it in some other way. But basically, my mother was a pharmacist for, I believe, 20-ish years, like maybe 25 years, I'm not completely certain. But in case for those who don't know, a pharmacist is a really well-paying job. It's very decent. And because of that, me, my brother, and the rest of my family, along with my dad's job, but we never really had economic problems. It was never too much of an issue for us. I mean, it's not like we were like, you know, swimming in pools of money, or, you know, we had Ferraris or sports cars or whatever, but we were doing well. We had vacations and go out to like a restaurant once a week, and we were just doing well. And by like most people's standards, you know, that's living the high life right there. It's really happy, and I never had any complaints about it. The only complaint I did have is that whenever my mom would come home, she would tell us about like all the horrible things she went through that day, about people just mistreating her and just yelling at her for getting, like, for not having their prescription ready because the doctor didn't send in. Kind of full circle there. But to sum it up, she hated her job even though it was paying her really well. And this ties into what we learned in business class, is that money isn't actually as much of a motivator as people think. If there's a job that you can't stand, such as my mother's, but it pays really well, that job is going to eat away at you. It is really just going to be just painful for you. And I kind of want to just relate that experience to you, Mr. Shabang, Brandon, whatever. It's weird using Mr. Shabang, I'm sorry, but it's basically that even though you relate that happiness has to be to being comfortable with the amount of money, it actually won't really be happiness, because you're going to have to go to that job almost every day for the rest of your life. And with a doctor, it's even more demanding than other jobs. And if you aren't enjoying that, if you don't get satisfaction from being a doctor, it's going to be hell for you. It's just not going to work out. And I don't mean to, you know, saying that this is like the end of the road or anything like that. I mean, what, you're 19, you have your like whole life ahead from you. You're like in college, that's great, and you're getting good grades in the current classes you have now. So if you ever want to transfer, that's great for you. So my advice, just summing it all up, is don't go for a job because of other people pressuring you or for the money. Go for a job that you're genuinely interested in. If you have a passion like cooking or being an artist or public speaking, community service, maybe it's business, maybe what your dad did is something that actually interests you and something you might be good at. I don't know, because I don't know you personally, but whatever you have a passion for or anything that might interest you, I'd say go for that. And I mean, it's not too uncommon for people. I'm stuttering. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, even if you don't know what you have a passion for or something that you might not be interested in, just try a multiple different classes. Just like I'm going for an associate's in arts degree, and that's basically just gives me like a little bit of each different department of college and different types of classes, so I can find what I'm interested in. Like right now, I'm really interested in political science, and I'm thinking about pursuing a major and possibly even a career in that realm. But I don't know. I mean, as I continue my classes, I might find that I'm really into like Cold War history or English or sociology. Like I don't know. I haven't taken those classes yet, but I might really be interested in them. So, yeah, I'm kind of rambling on here, so I guess I'll close it up. But basically, don't choose a job. Don't choose a job if it's not something that you think that you could stand going to day after day. Because when it comes down to it, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to be happy, no matter how much money you have. Alright, well, I'm Brulee, and I'm out, I guess. Awkward finish. Bye!